Ever have your budget blown to pieces by an unexpected expense? One minute you're feeling confident, and the next your plans go out the window. If this sounds familiar, stay tuned. We're about to turn that frustration into financial clarity. We've all been there. You're halfway through the month, everything's going great, and then bam, an unplanned bill or emergency expense pops up. It's enough to make anyone question their budgeting skills. But here's the thing, you're not alone, and it's not a sign that you're bad at managing money. In fact, it's normal. Today, we're diving into the best ways to handle those mid-month surprises, so you can stay on track, stress less, and keep your finances in check. Let's face it, life happens. Cars break down, medical bills pop up, and sometimes you just forget about that annual subscription that auto-renews. These unexpected costs don't mean you're doing something wrong, they mean you need a flexible plan. The first step is accepting that unforeseen expenses are part of the deal. Now, let's talk about how you can bounce back without throwing your whole budget into chaos. One of the best things you can do is create a buffer in your budget. Think of this as your financial safety net. Set aside a small amount of money for unplanned expenses each month. Even if it's just $50 or $100. It's like building a cushion that absorbs the blows without you having to adjust everything else. So, when those surprise costs come up, you don't need to dip into savings or rearrange everything. Here's a simple way to adjust. First, check your current spending against your plan. How much are you actually spending compared to what you expected? Then, identify areas where you can temporarily cut back. Maybe it's a subscription service you can cancel for a month or skipping a night out. You don't need to make drastic cuts, just enough to balance things out. Let's talk about the emotional side of things. It's easy to feel defeated or stressed when an unexpected expense hits. You might think I'm failing at this budgeting thing, but remember, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. The goal is to stay in control and not let one setback derail your entire plan. You've got this. Imagine this, your car breaks down and you need to replace the brakes. You didn't plan for this, but because you've set up a buffer in your budget, you can easily pull from that fund without having to panic or make big sacrifices in other areas. You might even be able to avoid going into debt for the repair. Or what about a surprise medical bill? You weren't expecting it, and it's throwing off your plans. But with a small buffer, you can make a few minor adjustments, maybe skip a couple of takeout orders, or delay a non-essential purchase and you're back on track. Avoid ignoring the situation. Putting off dealing with unexpected expenses can cause bigger problems down the line. The earlier you adjust, the easier it is to get back on track. When an unexpected cost arises, it's tempting to just take the hit, but try to adjust your spending in other areas instead. This keeps your budget intact without too much sacrifice. Here's your action plan. First, set up a buffer for the unexpected in your next budget. Second, when a surprise cost arises, don't panic. Revisit your budget, make small adjustments, and keep your long-term goals in mind. Third, remind yourself that it's not about perfection, just progress. Mid-month budgeting doesn't have to be stressful. With a little planning, some flexibility, and the right mindset, you can handle the bumps in the road and stay in control of your money. Remember, you're in charge, and these surprises don't define your financial success. You've got this. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. We're dedicated to offering practical, easy-to-follow strategies for managing your finances. Stay tuned for more expert tips to help you make smarter financial decisions at every step.